All right, you're locked into Power Up 15. Thank you so much for meeting me here. Thank you for meeting me this morning. Every Tuesday, Power Up Tuesdays for Power Up 15. 15 minutes at 6 a.m. in the morning. Excuse me, I'm going to say p.m. And 6 p.m. in the evening, you can meet me right here. All right, so we are about to get started. What we're going to do right now, I'm going to go ahead and bring the number over so that you can call in, because we're having a conversation about honesty. We started it on last week. I need that charger now. We talked about it on thank you so much. We talked about it on last week. We had a conversation talking about honesty, so we're about to have a conversation again. Go ahead and share right now. If you're watching me on YouTube or on Periscope or on Facebook, share. Hit that bell if you're watching on YouTube so that you can always get notification when I'm live or a video has been uploaded. And give me a thumbs up. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now, last week, the way that we started the conversation, we started the conversation very structured, but I just want to have a conversation today. Let's go ahead and let's tell all of us that are watching me, we just ain't honest. For one reason or the other, we are not as honest as we should be. And so what I want to do, I want to help you get into your honesty. See, honesty is sitting in the inside of you. It is sacred. It comes from God. It's connected to God. It is in you. And it's sitting right here, wanting to be expressed, wanting to inspire your creativity, want to inspire your intellectualism, want to inspire your relationship, want to just inspire every part of your life so that you can stay spiritual and stay at the center of who you are. Well, a lot of people do not know honesty is like a sacred practice. It is a spiritual practice. It's a way to keep yourself at the center of the will of God. Honesty. Now, I know I'm making some big statements, and I know it may sound a little strange to some of you, but just bear with me. You ain't got but like 14, 13 minutes left anyway, because from 6 o'clock to 6:15. So just stay right here, and I'll help you a little piece. So honesty sits right here. You know, a lot of times the unfulfilled feeling that we feel, or that part of us that feels scared, it's really honesty that is not in its proper place. We're not allowing honesty to speak. What I talked about last Tuesday, I read a passage of scripture in Proverbs 23:7. I read the King James, I read the Amplified, then I read the Voice. And it's that scripture that says, as a man thinketh, so is he. And what people don't really understand is that passage of scripture was really talking about the interior world versus the exterior world. Your actions, your hands, your behavior versus how you really feel and how you're really thinking. And it is extremely important for us to get this. How we are thinking and how we feel in the inside, that is really us. And that is what needs to be expressed. That is what needs to be on the outside. That is what needs to be lording and steering our life. Not the self that we want to project or the image we want to have in the world. But we need to forget all of that and just forget about how we may look and how it may cause us to appear, and really get honest. And I shared this with you last week, and this is very personal, and it's me being transparency right now. For many years, I was dishonest, and I didn't know I was dishonest. It still doesn't mean that I wasn't dishonest, because I was. But I did not know I was dishonest. So I guess, we can look at my motive and my intent and see that it was pure or innocent, but it was ignorant. It was ignorant and ignorance, because for some reason or another, I just did not know how to get into my honesty, and I did not know how to get past my head. And that was the biggest thing. And if you're a male and you're watching me, some females suffer this, and most anybody who's been through any type of trauma or some kind of, loss or something that is painful, that you just had to get through it, so you went into a certain kind of mode. But a lot of men do this. We really live life out of our head, meaning whatever logically makes sense to do, and even that stuff that don't really make sense to do. But in our head tell us to do it, and we just go with it. And our feelings may be over there in London somewhere, over there in Canada, somewhere in California, but we just following the action, and we just ain't got our heart and our energy and our spirit involved, or our soul involved. Well, women normally aren't like that. they're normally connected to how they're feeling, so they tend to be more honest than men. Now, don't y'all start sending me no hate mail, all of my bros, but that's just the reality. We tend to not get into how we feel, and so we aren't really honest, and that's by default. You ask me, okay, yeah, I'm all right. So how I look? You look all right, but really we think you're fat. What you think about this? You don't want to do it, but say it's all right. Meaning, I don't want to do this, but my head is telling me this is what you want to do, so you just do what you want to do. And then somewhere down the line, one day we blow up, or we cheat, or we go crazy over one of the kids, and then we say, now hold on, where is this coming from? And kind of find out that we don't even know that we are not even aligned with our want, our will, or our honesty. So let's be honest. The reason why you're watching me, the key to your next level in life is you getting honest. Okay, I want you to type this. I will be honest. Type it and say it. That's going to help you a little piece if you say it for real, for real. I will be honest. Go ahead and type it in there. Just look at me. Type it. Type. Type it in there. I will be honest. This is what Power Up 15 is about. It's about empowering you, educating you, and you're really just helping you get that thing. And I'm talking to educators, I'm talking to entertainers, I'm talking to technicians, professionals, all types of people. I'm trying to help you a little piece. And I can't help you in the area that I ain't got no help in. And I done got some help in this here area. And if you got a question, got a situation, something you want to ask, or I'll give you about 30, 45 seconds to tell me your name, where you're calling from. You call this number right here. You can ask me a question. We only got 15 minutes if you got something that you want to know. Okay, so I will be honest. This is going to be our practice. This is going to be our homework. This is something that we are going to be practicing for the rest of our life, is being honest. So this is one of the things that you can do to get into your heart. And let's try this right now. I want you to think about the situation, your greatest situation right now, whether it's money, whether it is your marriage, whether it is something physical, whether it is a loved one or something. Maybe you need to get a job. Maybe you just lost your job. I want you to put that on your mind right now. If you can just imagine that problem coming right here to the center of your Ford, and then let that problem seep down and go to the bottom of your chest, the very top of your stomach area, really would be your diaphragm, okay? So let it go about right here, put it there. Now close your eyes. If you're driving, you better not. Close your eyes. Breath through your nose. Okay, release. And then say, how do I feel about this? And every time you ask yourself that question, I want you to answer it. Now, right now, we don't have, really you need a pen or a sheet of paper, because every time you ask yourself that question, I want you to then write it down, your answer. Then do it 10 times. And every time you answer yourself, make sure you answer yourself something different. Describe your feeling, what you're feeling in your heart, what you're feeling in your mind, and write it and make a list of 10. And this is what I have found out when I've done this with clients, with people that I'm coaching or helping, or people that I pastored. I pastored for 20 whole years. And I know some of y'all get tired of me saying it, but heck, I'm going to be saying it until I can't say it no darn more, because it taught me. And what I found out round about number 7 is when people tend to start getting into how they really feel about it. Okay? And so I want you to practice that. Maybe we're going to do this at Life Class. We got Life Class May the 4th. If you are anywhere near Atlanta, or you got some plane money, a Visa or MasterCard for one of them airlines, get on it and come here and meet me here in Buckhead at 8 o'clock for 1 hour. We are going to do this exercise, and you can do it now, but we can do it later on about another issue, and do it in a group setting, and we help each other. It is really, really empowering. We had a great time last this month. Okay, so May 4th. But anyway, so I want you to breathe through your nose and put it right here and write down all your feelings about it, and go through every situation in your life, your money situation, your marriage situation, your parenting issue, your sibling issue, your coworker issue, whatever it is. And I want you to go get you some paper. Don't nobody write no more, everybody done type. But get and write that thing down. And what I want you to do is to narrow down that list of 10 feelings concerning that situation. And I want you to narrow it down to at least 3 or 4, no more than 4, concerning each situation, how you feel about it. And then what I want you to do is to speak it. Speak it out of your mouth to yourself, looking in the mirror, telling yourself, this is how you feel, okay? And then you can do the same thing for the same situations, 10 things of what you want. I said, this is stuff I can give you, but you got to do the homework. I ain't got 15 minutes. Then the same situations, then write down the 10 things of what you want to happen, what you want to come out of this, or what do you want out of the situation. And then narrow that down to 1. You can narrow it down to 4 and then 3, but get it down to one thing of what you want in every situation. And these things are going to act like guides for you on how to make decisions. And not only that, it's going to cause self-awareness. One of the things that happen when we do not know our truth and we do not tell ourselves the truth, what ends up happening, we throw ourselves into deception. And we tell ourselves a perpetual lie over and over and over. Whether we're speaking it at the time or not, we are literally in a space of deception, and we're disconnected from ourselves. And what really happens is that you sabotage any optimum self-awareness in your life, even in other areas. Because you get blind in one area, you get blind in another area. So it's extremely important for you to know your truth and be honest to yourself about yourself. Sometimes that's all you need. Long as you're honest and you're aware and know what's up, then you can then choose whether or not you want to acknowledge facades or not, or choose facades. I personally believe, and you guys may not agree with me, but I personally believe there's nothing wrong with putting on a mask as long as you know you're putting on a mask. Now, the problem I got is when you put on a mask, you don't know what ain't, and that's a problem. Why? That's the issue. But if you know you're putting on a mask, because you're in a particular situation, nothing wrong with that. But I really don't like for people to be in the habit of playing roles and without you being really clear about what you want and what you want to do. Prime example is moms, parents. What happens a lot of times, moms are tired of being moms. And let me say this, if you are tired of being a mom, I don't want you to feel guilty. Especially if you've been a mom for a long time. I don't want you to feel guilty about that. What I want you to do is to just speak your truth. I am tired of being a mom. You saying you're tired of being a mom, or the wife to that particular spouse, or the spouse to that person you're espoused to, or you're tired of being a student. I've been in school for 7 years. I'm tired of it. I know I got 1 more year, but I'm tired of it. Say what it is you feel. And be honest about it. Be honest about it. And then at that space, from that space, you can then make a decision to edit, to change some things, to switch some things, let go of some things. You can also make a decision, okay, all right, I don't like this, but I'm going to continue to do this because it's the best thing for me or the best thing for those that are around me. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But problem that I see in our society is not being honest and truthful about what you are feeling. And let me tell you this, because this can happen a lot, life really breathes and pulsates the mind and the heart of God. And what can happen, life can throw you or put you in a space to where you're face to face with your real feelings. And when that happens, that can really be devastating, because you start in a warfare against yourself, because it's like, oh my God, I'm the enemy. I shouldn't be thinking like this. Well, that's really how you've been feeling the whole time. And that's the kind of stuff we got to stop, because there's nothing wrong with you feeling or thinking the way that you do. You can, from that space, when you discover something that's not profitable and that's not good for you, or, actually it may be evil for you or evil for somebody else, from that space, then you can start making some changes and making some adjustments. But I don't want you to try to make adjustments and changes without telling yourself the darn truth, because that's the problem. Let me see what you guys are saying. Is it okay to wear a mask as long as you own it? Absolutely. And by own it, I'm thinking you mean as long as you are conscious of it. For example, there is somebody I absolutely positively do not like. I mean, no part of me, and not even a piece of me, not even the Jesus in me. You know the song, the singer church, Jesus send me. Love the Jesus in you. You may or may not know that. That's like, we sung that like 15 years ago. So easy to love, just lying. No part of me liked them. None. Zero. Still don't. But I don't know. I love people, and I even love the ones I don't like and don't understand and that are different from me. I have a different struggle or likening than me. I just love people. And so, though I don't like them and I really want to look like, nigga, I put on the mask. How I really feel? Nigga. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I'm being cordial, I'm being nice, because it's the best thing for me and for them, so I stay out of jail and they stay out of the hospital. That's how that works. So Novena Robinson, that is my answer to that. Now you can call in these questions if you have them. I'm 2 minutes over already for Power Up 15. That 15 right there stands for 15 minutes of this. Did you enjoy prayer this morning? We're doing morning prayer right now at 6 a.m. I hope you did. Let me know if you did. Okay, let's see another question. Somebody said, but you love them. Yeah, I do. I do love them. Although I don't even know how not to love somebody. That's me, and I ain't always been there. I don't know how to not love somebody. That is very difficult for me, because even my enemy, or like this person I say I don't like, which is very few people. I'm not the kind of person to go around not liking people. Even that person, I will help them if I got it. Now, somebody I like need it before they need it. The person I like gonna get it first. I'm just gonna tell the truth, because I don't really like you no way. I see what you need, ask somebody else. But this person over here needs the same thing, and I like them. I'm gonna give it to them. Now, I don't know what that means or what you think of me because I say that. I don't know what that means for you, but I don't have no problem with it. I don't feel no kind of way about it. Okay, another question is, why do men lie? Let me tell you why. And there are many reasons that men lie, but let me tell you, I discussed this last week. One of the reasons men lie is because they just do not know what they really feel. They really do not know how to feel. And it takes some feeling to be able to get into your honest. Honesty is sitting in you. It's yours. It's been given to you. It's connected to the God that is in you. And they just do not know how. So they role play. They do whatever they know they need to do, or what they promised they would do. And when they can't keep the promise, a lot of times they ain't going to tell you they didn't keep the promise. It's just how it is. That's just the way that we are. It's not because we are dogs. I mean, we do act like it, and we do have behavior like dogs. One of the things I said on last week, I want you to remember this, is that honesty is found in the heart. It's not found in the head and in the hands, or i.e. the behavior. So that man may be treating you right, saying the right things to you, but it may not really be where he is. It may be where he wants to be. And that happens to us a lot. We will make a commitment and role play and be committed for a long time. The next thing you know, we done something crazy. But I don't know why he said he would never do this. And the thing is that we never really knew what we really wanted and what we really liked and who we really were, and so we just role play until the role is over. And once we discover and find out, it just messes up everything. I don't know what's going over there to the left. What's that? Okay. All right, let me see. Next question. They lie because they can. You can't say dogs. Most dogs are loyal. No, dogs are loyal to what they're getting. Dogs are not loyal. That's why they call it man's best friend. And that's why they call us dogs. Because if you feed a dog is going to wag its tail. If you give a dog attention, a dog is going to wag its tail. Most dogs are always going to they're going to always be loyal to who is loyal to them. And I know you may think your dog, let me tell you something. I had a few dogs and I just believe my dogs just love me more than anything. But then when I seen my dogs, once they establish that connection with somebody else and that somebody else give them that certain something, that dog would just get into them just like that. Dogs, they're loyal to who's loyal to them, and they're loyal to actually their want, their desire, their appetite being fed. Yeah. All right. So, all right. I guess that's it. The 15 minutes is up. If y'all got some questions, you can call in and ask me 646-787-8174. This actually cost me money to put this on this show. We just only had it on Larry Live, so if you want to call in, you can. If anybody that is on the call right now, and you want to call in, and maybe you want me to pray for you or to speak positive over you, if you call in right now, I'll be able to do that right now for you in the next 30 seconds. If you don't call in real quick, then that's just going to be that. All right, so Nathan Lotley says, so that puts responsibility on both parts. This is what I say. And we have to be honest to ourselves. It's important to be honest about who and what you are. And I said this last week. I was dishonest for many years, and it wasn't because I was just trying to be something, just trying to be a liar or trying to be dishonest. I just didn't know how to get past my head. When you asked me how I was, my head answered. When you asked me if I loved you, my head answered. If you asked me whatever you asked me, my head answered. My feelings, a lot of times for me, it took a lot of work to get down into my feelings. And then it took more work to be okay with what I felt, because I found out I was saying okay with stuff I wasn't okay with. And some stuff I said I didn't like, I did like, And so I had to be okay with what I found. And then from there, begin to make the edits, begin to make the changes, and begin to direct my life and be what I wanted to be. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. We're going to be here next week. I think we have one more week of Let's Be Honest. If you haven't watched part 1, go back and watch part 1. Meet me back here next Tuesday. Continue to watch all our programming that is on, sponsored by and supported by the MBN Network. That's Larry Live and Power Up 15. Thank you so much. I love you. Until next time. Peace.